Good morning, students. How was your weekend? Good? Wonderful. Let's chat a little, shall we? As you can tell, Lexis is not here this morning. Apparently her and her significant other were called in for a teacher-parent meeting. I don't believe it's anything serious, but I'm sure she'll tell me later. For now, you have me, her father. Now, just a heads up, this coming Friday is a staff development day, so there'll be no school that day, alright? Alright. Now let's get to the sports. Friday was the first baseball game of the season, which we played against Terriel High. And it looks like we won. Good job, students. Now, please, continue to beat them. But for now, the second is this Friday. We will be playing against Basic High. Starts at 3 p.m. at their field. Please remember to bring something comfortable to sit on while watching the game. I wish you all the best of luck. Now, as a reminder, seniors, you have until the end of day on Friday to turn in your paperwork and money in regards to graduation, photos, yearbook, the class ring, and your class trip. I believe this year you'll be going to... Paris. Sounds like fun. Hope no one has any ominous premonitions while boarding. Now, from what Lexis told me, a lot of you students have been asking about the VHS tape we watched, as well as what a VHS tape is. It's the great-grandparent of being able to watch movies at home whenever you want, without waiting for it to come up in the theaters. Now, what we did see, though. Do you remember how Principal McAdam described what her and Kurt saw in the film in the game? That's what we saw on the TV, except on the date it was back in the mid-1980s. And with a little bit of research, we found out that before McAdam High was ever a blueprint, there used to be another school here. The only information that we found was that there was a mass incident, and they had to close after weeks of investigation. It is odd for a game to have us playing what seems to have happened in the same spot decades later. Now, brother, Kurt, you have been saying that this is nothing but a coincidence. But even you must admit, and I can feel you glaring through the microphone, it's getting a little hard to keep believing that, isn't it? I suppose we'll find out, as the Monday after next Monday is another game day, and I'm certain everyone, including myself, is looking forward to it. But now, let's move on to the lost and found. We have a life science book, that's a shame, a pair of gym shorts, disgusting, a vial of blood, a vial of blood, a jar of salt, and a grimoire. No, demon summoning. None of us fallen and demons want to actually be summoned. It's a major inconvenience, especially if and when we're in the middle of something. Then, when a fallen does get summoned, the mortal is all disappointed that we're not a giant eyeball and wheel with wings and stuff. We don't look like that. Not since the first god that was running heaven. He was trying to figure out how angels should look like. I'm quite glad he changed his mind about that first draft. Also, no, stop trying to summon us. We have lives too, thank you. Now, let's move on to today's lunch specials. For the healthy option, we have chicken teriyaki bowls with vegetables. Wonderful. For vegan options, we have plant-based burgers with vegan cheese. Alright. And for the standard option, we have carne asada burritos. That sounds actually wonderful. The chicken and the beef come from hell, rice and vegetables from earth, and the burgers and cheese from Second Haven. And then, of course, the basics. So let's end today's announcements with a fun fact of this universe. Did you know that the insects you have on Earth are just child-friendly versions of the insects in both Hell and Purgatory? Lexis has told you of her pet, Duanara. As cute and innocent as it seems, there are species of that insect that just aren't. Just as well as many different of bugs as well. Enough that books are being worked on in regards to the studies of insects and bugs, hopefully out in 2 years. My name is Luce Davolo, and I hope you have a grand week.
Hey you guys, KattMcAdam here. There will be no podcast next week. And I hope you enjoyed today's announcements. If you want to help me out, I have a Ko-fi, taking tips as well as selling my art, stickers, resin charms, pins, and crocheted hair scrunchies. I also have a Patreon. For $1, I'll give you a shout out. Speaking of, thank you to my Patreons Mimi Art and John.
Happy to help.
I'm also on TikTok for however long that may last. One for my art and webcomic, one for cosplay, and one for writing. Otherwise, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more, I have food drink try videos as well as this podcast. Hit that subscribe button. And if you want to know when these come out, hit that bell and make it ring. Till next time, you guys. Catch you later, students.
And be careful as you drink, you will cough.
Bye.